Aside accept the imminent independence of Gambia. Representing Britain at the ceremony came the Duke of Kent, accompanied by the gracious Duchess. They were escorted by the Prime Minister, Mr. David Jawara. For the thousands who had come to Bathurst, it was an historic moment when the Duke handed the constitutional instruments of independence to the Prime Minister. After that formality...
As the Gambia approaches its 60th independence anniversary on February 18, 2025, the nation stands at a crossroad of reflection, honoring its past, celebrating its progress, and envisioning its future. This milestone, known as the Diamond Jubilee, will be commemorated under the theme Marching in Solidarity for Self-Reliance and National Development. The Gambia gained independence from British colonial rule on February 18, 1965, with Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara as its first Prime Minister. At the time, the country remained a constitutional monarchy under Queen Elizabeth II. However, on April 24, 1970, the Gambia transitioned into a republic following a national referendum. Since then, February 18 has been observed annually as Independence Day, marking the country's sovereignty and self-rule. Kirfado spoke with renowned historian Hassoum Ceesay to explore the Gambia's path to independence. Mr. Ceesay underscores that the Gambia's independence was the result of decades of resistance and struggle. He explained that from 1884 to 1885, during the Berlin Conference, Africa was partitioned among European powers, and the Gambia was officially established as a British colony. Prior to colonial rule, the Gambia was home to independent states such as Nyomi, Kiang, Kombo under Fode Silla, and Fuladu under Musa Molo. According to Mr. Ceesay, British colonial rule dismantled the autonomy of these states, replacing traditional rulers such as Boers and Mansas with colonial appointed chiefs. British laws were imposed and territory boundaries were defined, making the official extent of the Gambia's borders. Mr. Ceesay highlighted key moments leading to the Gambia's independence, including political activism, negotiation, and the rule of influential leaders who championed self-rule.
It took several decades of struggle. You have Edward Fante Small. Now, he was a newspaper editor. He had a newspaper called the Gambia Outlook and Senegambia Reporter. He was among the first people to start to raise awareness about the need for independence and freedom. He advocated for constitutional development and for representation, elected representation. He had a slogan called "No taxation without representation." Okay? And now his struggle, also in organizing Gambian workers, in organizing Gambian farmers, culminated in the nationalist movement of Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, Per Sar Njai, I.M. Gaba Jahumpa, Reverend J.C. Faye, who started the agitation for independence.
Over the years, Independence Day celebrations have evolved, reflecting the changing times and national priorities. Mr. Ceesay explained how past commemorations were marked by grandeur and patriotic fervor, with significant lessons drawn from each era.
Well, it has really undergone a lot of changes. Some things have remained same, so there's some continuity, but there have been a lot of changes. Under the First Republic, it was basically an affair of the school children. Okay, Sir Dawda had his boys and girls, speeches. The assembled, children at the Makati Square. He will address them, to exhort them to be good citizens, to work hard, for the betterment of their country. Now, under President Jammeh, the celebration became very low-key because there was this very, very unfortunate attempt to equate, the day of his army coup, 22nd July 1994, with independence. Okay? So, in fact, sometimes the 22nd July celebrations had more amplitude, than even the independence celebrations.
Art, culture, and community initiative has played a crucial role in Independence Day celebrations. Mr. Ceesay provided insight into how these elements have been incorporated over the years, fostering national pride and unity.
That's why we are having a full-fledged celebration, a cultural, artistic, military, sporting activities, and so on and so forth. Yes. At Independence Day, 1965, there was Kumpo, Kankurang, Halam, Sabar, Seruba, Bukarabu, Riti. If you look at the old, newsreels of 18 February 1965, Gambian culture was on parade. Gambian religion was on parade. The bishop of Banjul made prayers. The Ahmadiyya, chairman, made prayers. Also, the chief imam of Banjul, Imam Ratib Al-Haji, Momadou Ba, also, Mohammed Ba also made prayers, okay, at Independence Day, okay? And now the banquets, the other activities, all were marked by cultural performances, okay? And this has continued as a trend, okay? And in this year, in particular, there is a lot of activities on culture. For example, in addition to the, entertainment, all the, regions will send cultural groups who will parade to showcase Gambian culture. The writers will have a book fair. The fine artists will have an art exhibition. You can see the town. There are murals, being done everywhere in town.
Reflecting on the broadened significance of independence, Mr. Ceesay emphasized the role of national unity in fostering social justice. He urged Gambians to use this historic day as an opportunity to set aside differences and engage in constructive discussions on the country's progress, present challenges, and future aspirations.
60 years ago, some people thought that the Gambia cannot survive. There was nothing here. Less than 20 university graduates. There was no road network. To go to Basse, you have to wait every Friday. You enter the boat, to go to Basse. You see, it will take you 5 days to reach Basse, from Banjul. The literacy rate was 2%, 0.2%, in literacy rate. Life expectancy was 35 years, or just about that. And now life expectancy at least is 60 years. Now from Banjul to Basse, you drive in 6 hours. You see, we have maintained peace and stability. With all the problems of 1981 coup d'etat, the Jammeh coup d'etat 1994, the impasse of 2016, our country has been able to surmount all these difficulties. How? Because of unity. You see? So a day like this should help us to further strengthen the social, political, and economic cohesion, okay, that we need so as to continue to grow and prosper as a country.
Ceesay highlighted the stride the Gambia has made in preserving its rich cultural heritage. At the time of independence, he noted the country lacked formal structures for heritage conservation. However, in 1974, Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara established oral history program and the National Center for Arts and Culture, leading to the eventual establishment of the National Museum. In later years, significant heritage sites such as James Island, now Kunta Kinte Island, and the stone circles were recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, marking a significant victory for the Gambia's historical preservation. Independence Day celebrations in the Gambia are traditionally marked by grand parade speeches from national leaders, including the president, and various community events that showcase the country's history, achievements, and cultural heritage. Reporting for Kirfatu, I am Namatulai Jao.